Demonized Dragons versus Legendary Hog Riders. So for the lineups, the Legendary Hog Riders are sending out Jazzy Jazz and El Chiba for the 2v2, and they're banning Clone. They're sending out Mr. Hog Rider for 1v1, and he's banning Heal. For King of the Hill, they're sending out KJ first, Red Glare second, and Mr. Hog Rider third, and they're banning Balloon. For the Demonized Dragons, I'm sending out Altel FG and Sir Banger, and we're banning Valk. And I'm going to be playing in the 1v1, and I'm banning P.E.K.K.A. And for King of the Hill, I sent out Big Daddy first, No Strep second, and me third. And we're banning Fireball. 2v2, Alta Chiba and Jazzy Jazz versus Altel FG and Sir Banger. Okay, so going into game number 1 of 2v2, we have Altel FG and Sir Banger at the top, and we have Alta Chiba and Jazzy Jazz at the bottom. So let's go and see what they run here. Obviously, I know what Altel and Banger are running, but let's see what Alta Chiba and Jazzy Jazz is running. So it looks like Psycho Barbell in the back. Looks like they have a mortar. Interesting. Altel and Banger have a group back. Because I know that because obviously I'm on the team, but looks like Alta Chiba is a giant skeleton. Looks like Jazzy is running a mortar deck. Looking really interesting. And Alta Chiba is running a giant skeleton miner deck. So let's go and just see how they play it. So Ice Wizard defense. Go giant skeleton graveyard here at the bridge. Mortar at the bridge as well. Looks like Alta Chiba drops a defensive poison. And Bomb Tower is going to counter the mortar. Looks like Jazzy drops an Inferno Dragon. I don't really agree with that play. I guess he just wanted to get rid of the Bomb Tower as soon as possible. Good defense there. Cannon cart. Minions. The Bar Barrel is kind of unnecessary. Same with the Snowball. The Mega Beam would still like kill those minions in one hit. E-Drag was also kind of unnecessary. I don't know. I don't know if the Mega Minions still look back on the tower. Good Ice Spear to cover the E-Drag. Goblin Gang and Baby on the bridge. Maybe just poison. So this is a chance for Altel and Banger to go in with the graveyard. Looks like Jazzy drops a defensive mortar. Altel responds to the Baby Dragon. Banger goes with the giant skeleton. Nice block there by Alta Chiba. Not letting the giant skeleton take the graveyard. The move. Looks like Bobby's gonna blow up the opposing giant skeleton and the cannon card. Bar Barrel, Goblin Gang, push, Electric Dragon to stop it. Bomb Tower on the back. Looks like they're just playing defensively at this point. The Warders, both teams are playing defensively. Okay, so Altel and Banger with a double graveyard. And they freeze. He's gonna get a lot of damage. Not enough to take the lead, but it's a good amount of damage. Cannon Cart, Musketeer with that. Rocket, the Jazzy Jazz. Looks like a Musketeer. Goes over the poison as well. Giants goes with the bridge. Going with another graveyard. Offensive poison coming in. Let's see who's gonna take it. They have 100 HP. Freeze going in. And it looks like my team takes the first set. So it's currently 1-0. Let's go into game number 2. Okay, so going into game number 2 of the 2v2 set, we have Altel FG and Sir Banger at the top. And we have Alta Chiba and the Jazzy Jazz at the bottom once again. Looks like Jazzy starts off with the Inferno Dragon in the back. Alta Chiba drops out the giant skeleton again. Banger and Altel FG have Barbarians and Cannon Cart. Jazzy Jazz has a Magic Archer and Bandit. So he switched decks he switched his border deck. As far as my team goes, they're using the same deck again. It worked the first game, so They're just gonna try again. That was a really aggressive graveyard. The bridge and poison. I don't think that was necessary. Tornado is bad. Bomb towers are gonna kill that magic archer, which is nice. But yeah, that graveyard at the start wasn't really good because it didn't get much tower damage and there was a lot of elixir spent. So as you can see, Altochiba and Jazzy Jazz have a huge elixir advantage right now. So let's see what they do here. Looks like Jazzy Jazz is a flying machine in the bridge. Don't really like that move, but they do have elixir advantage, so it's not going to hurt them too much. Looks like both two giant skeletons at the bridge. Is it gonna? Yeah, it's gonna blow up that musketeer, I think. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I think both teams should just wait it out. I don't really like that cannon cart. That was really aggressive, especially with the tombstone staying up. Magic Archer's gonna get a few hits on the left side tower. Miner's gonna go in on the right. Barbarian's dropped on defense. E-Drag to stop that Mega Minion. It's gonna be tough for my team to break through at this point, just because they have so many defensive options in the graveyard with the Magic Archer, Baby Dragon, Log. Oh, it's not the graveyard. Giant Skeleton at the bridge, probably in a graveyard here. Nice kite with the battle ring. Looks like the offensive poison was dropped. Get a freeze. Battle Ram does connect on the left. Magic Archer does stop it. And Battle Ram is getting a lot of damage. Not good. Miner going in. Poison going in. Yeah, I just think Legendary Hog Riders. Alright. It's 1-1. Let's go ahead and go into game number 3. Okay, so 2v2 game 3. We have Altochiba with Jazzy Jazz once again at the bottom, and LFG and Sir Banger at the top. So I told my team to run the graveyard deck again because I think second game was just a little bit of a rough matchup, and I think they can pull it through it this time. Altochiba drops with a Miner, safe spot, well, almost in the safe spot, and Jazzy Jazz drops an Inferno Dragon in the back. Seems like the Ice Wiz, E-Drag, and Baby Dragon are good at defense. Giant Skeleton in the bridge, graveyard, really aggressive. Altochiba drops the poison defensively. Mortar, so it looks like Jazzy Jazz goes back to the mortar deck. Oh, that freeze was really unnecessary. That was a big misplay. Hopefully my team can still bounce back. Drops another graveyard. Yeah, they're really going really aggressive. Ooh. Good archers by Jazzy Jazz. Yeah, my team's going way too aggressive. I mean, Elixir is pretty even. Miner aggressively. Cannon card to catch the Miner. I think both teams should just wait here until they get to 10 Elixir. Now, Legendary Hogs is up by a good amount. Another graveyard. Yeah, they're going really aggressive. And a poison. Yeah, this is too aggressive. Giant Skulls in the bridge, border in the opposite lane. See how they deal with this. Barbarians to counter the Giant Skeleton. They need to deal with that Giant Skeleton in the middle for some reason. They need to deal with that mortar ASAP. Barb Barrel. Still gonna get another shot off? No, mortar didn't get another shot off. Furrow Dragon not gonna lock onto the tower. Lumberjack at the bridge. Miner, archers, calling tornado. Ice Wiz to defend. I don't know, it's looking, I don't think it's looking good for my team. Altochiba and Jazzy definitely have the damage advantage. It's gonna be hard for my team to come back unless Altochiba uses his poison and Barb Barrel. because even if my team freezes, Barbaro can still clean up the graveyard pretty well. And Knight on the is going to get a lot of damage on the left side. Musketeer going to pick up the Miner. Goblin Gang at the bridge on the left side. Seems like they're splitting up their damage here, which is fine because they're both pretty low. Defensive poison again and freeze. Yeah, don't freeze when they have a poison down. I see a lot of people do that. It's not recommended. Kind of a wasted snowball by Jazzy, but it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Cannon card, yeah, they have a rocket, and the poison will just finish the game. So Altel and Banger, let's go all in here. They really have no choice. Graveyard offensively. Baby Dragon, Mega Minion coming down other lane. Poison and Tornado gonna pull it back, and Elder Chiba and Jazzy Jazz takes game number 3. So now it's up to me in 1v1. 1v1. Mr. Hog Rider versus King Andy. Alright, so going into game number 1 of the 1v1 set, which is me against Mr. Hog Rider. Now, I didn't play this live because I wanted to focus during the match. Hence, that's why I'm going over the replay right now. But I'll go over what plays I did and why. So starting off the game, he drops an Ice Wizard in the back. I responded with an E-Wiz. At this point, I knew he was playing Ice Bow because Mr. Hog likes to play a lot of 2.9, Ice Bow, P.E.K.K.A, but I banned P.E.K.K.A in this set. And also, he banned Heal. So, he didn't want to ban anything. He didn't want to, ban any good cards from me. Because obviously, who bans Heal, right? So because of the Tornado, I go with the Bandit because I knew he didn't have anything in Cycle. I thought he had Skeletons, but I miscounted his card rotation. So that's why I pre-poisoned there. It was okay since he dropped an Ice Wizard in the poison, but yeah, almost choked. Right here, he decides to log, just a cycle. I'm just gonna cycle minions in the back. Don't want to do anything too crazy because he can just expo opposite lane. And I want to have my Mega Knight. So here, I dropped him at the bridge because he cycled his Ice Golem in the back. And I knew he wouldn't have anything to kite the Mega Knight. So here, he goes with the Ice Wizard, Mega Minion, Skeletons. He goes with a lot of troops. And I go with the Miner in the back, then he drops another Ice Golem. So he had to spend a lot of Elixir defending that Mega Knight, and my Miner was able to sneak in the back and deal about 700 damage. So yeah, that was really good trade on my part. He had to spend a lot of Elixir to defend the Mega Knight. Went over there, he had to spend 5 Elixir to counter my Bandit, 2 for the Log, and 3 for the Ice Wizard. He does get 1 Ice Wizard hit, but it doesn't really matter. So at this point, he goes with the defensive Expo. I go with the Mega Knight in the back. Since it's safe, because obviously his Expo won't be in rotation to go opposite lane. Then I decide to go E-Wiz high since I know he has Rocket. And I don't want to give him hit. I don't want to allow him to hit my tower in the E-Wiz. I poison the Mega Minion and the Expo because it gives a lot of value. Then I go with the Miner. It was kind of a accident because well, not an accident, but that was a bad Miner on my part because I knew he had NATO in hand, and I thought the Bandit would stay on the right lane. So the Miner should have been placed in the anti-tornado spot and would have gotten more damage. But it's not the end of the world. I cycle a Zap here because besides Skeletons, there's nothing really to zap in his deck. Goes in the Ice Golem here. I go with the Bandit opposite lane. I knew he was going to Expo at some point since he dropped the Ice Golem in the back, but he didn't. The Miner over there was just a chip. I was hoping the Bandit would connect, but fortunately it didn't. At this point, he goes with another defensive Expo. I decide to just push on the other side. I'm gonna poison out the Expo because I don't want him to stack 2 Expos. Because if he offensive Expos and he has 1 defensive, then it's not really good. It's gonna melt my troops. So I know he's gonna Expo at this point. So I try to drop a prediction Inferno Dragon, but it didn't work out. So I decided to go with my Mega Knight. I zap the Skeletons and the Ice Wizard, but he cycled back to another set of Skeletons. And at this point, it's not looking good for me. He has a lot of troops defending his Expo, and my Mega Knight's almost dead. So I drop an E-Wiz, still not enough. He NATOs everything back. I go with the Miner, he catches it with Skeletons. And this is where he messed up. He drops an Ice Golem there, kind of wasted. So I take advantage of that. Then I decide to go Mega Knight minions opposite lane since he doesn't have the Ice Golem in cycle. So that Ice Golem wasn't necessary on his part. All I did was just he wasted 2 elixir and he wasted a critical troop to kite the Mega Knight. I decided to spam. I go all out here since I know he's low on elixir. Zap the tower, go with the minor E-Wiz, and I believe I just cycled minions and bandit. E-Wiz gonna get a lot of damage on the tower. Minion's gonna kill that mega minion. He's just trying really hard to defend here, but there's nothing he can do at this point. So yeah, take game number 1. Now I'm up 1-0. Let's go into game number 2. Okay, so going into game number 2 of the 1v1 set, I decided to go with an RG spawner deck, and Mr. Hog decided to go with Miner 3.0, which is another deck he uses a lot. So I knew I had a good matchup here, since I had double spawners, so I can just constantly apply passive pressure with the Fire Spirits and the Spirit Goblins. It is a nice catch here with the Ice Spirit absorbing one of the Fire Spirits, and it was going to catch the other 2 Fire Spirits. So I decided to Bar Barrel there, because I don't want him to have that, and then he logged everything away. So I dropped the Furnace in the middle, and I dropped the Goblin Hut in the back. Sort of the standard placement. It's also the anti-poison. He can't poison both the Furnace and the Goblin Hut. Drops a Volk to catch the Spirit Goblins and Fire Spirits. I use my Mega Minion to finish her off. He poisons my Goblin Hut. So at this point, I knew he had Volk at a cycle. I didn't want to be too aggressive because he does have the Inferno. So I decided to just split Bark in the back and just play it slow here. I'm not really going to drop a Royal Giant until double elixir hits, because that's when I'll be able to use my Lightning with my Royal Giant, and that's how I'll break through the Inferno Tower. So I'm just going to drop another Furnace, play it slow. He's going to log. Since he dropped an Inferno right there, I decided it was okay for me to go with an RG in the back. At this point, I still think that... Oh, I didn't go RG in the back. I decided to go with an E-Wiz instead. Gosh, I don't even remember what I did. Okay, so I decided to go with the E-Wiz in the back. Then I dropped the Goblin Hut in the back. Then once his Inferno Tower was down, and I still didn't go with an RG. Now I go with an RG. There we go. So I go RG in the back. I don't expect this RG to get much damage, but it's just there. I'm just trying to like cycle 2 RGs. That's how you break through an Inferno. So I'm just gonna keep dropping spawners to back up the RG. I'm gonna get like lucky with this Lightning here and catch the Inferno and the E-Wiz. So that was pretty lucky, but RG didn't get any shots, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't get any shots off, but I did cycle back to another one, and he doesn't have an Inferno. He doesn't have his Inferno in cycle, and you can see he throws up an angry face, and you know that's the game. Yeah, that's how you want to play this matchup, or against any decks with Inferno. You want to cycle RG in the back, and then try to have 2 RGs. So like you kill the Inferno Tower, then you have another RG back in cycle. Same thing goes with 2.9 when they drop in like a defensive Tesla or something. You can just win like that. So there we go. 3 crown. It's 2-0. I win 2-0 in the 1v1 set. Now it's gone to King of the Hill. King of the Hill. Game 1. KJ versus Big Daddy. So going into game number 1 of King of the Hill, we have Big Daddy at the bottom and KJ at the top. So let's go and see what they run here. Big Daddy is known to play like P.E.K.K.A decks or Golem decks. KJ, I don't really know what he plays. So Big Daddy drops an Ice Wizard in the back. The bans for this set, I believe, are Fireball and Balloon. I think, yeah. So Big Daddy has 2 wizards, Ice Wizard and the Wizard. KJ drops a Ghost and Executioner. So both are going to be off meta decks. Big Daddy drops a Lumberjack. KJ drops a Mega Knight at the bridge really aggressively. Big Daddy has E-Barbs. Okay. KJ drops a Baby Dragon. Spirit Goblins as well. Oh, it's not looking good for Big Daddy. He doesn't have any elixir to defend this. He logs everything away. He takes a good amount of damage. But KJ does have a huge elixir advantage. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he tries to come back. Valk in the back. Big Daddy drops a hog. KJ also has a mortar. So it seems like some sort of Mega Knight mortar with the Vulcan ghosts. I don't really understand it, but I mean, I guess it works for him. Lumberjack to defend. He's not gonna die, but Big Daddy has no elixir to back up the Lumberjack, so the rage is kind of useless. KJ didn't need to drop anything there to counter the Lumberjack. I mean, he did have 10 elixir, but I would have cycled that executioner in the back instead of like, because the tower would have finished off the Lumberjack anyways. So he would have dropped it in the back and built up a bigger push. KJ has 10 elixir. He drops a baby dragon in the back. Big Daddy's gonna go with fire spirits. KJ's trying to build a huge push here with the mortar in the middle. Big Daddy drops his E-barbs and hog. Hog's gonna get a few shots off on the mortar. Mortar might get a hit, and it does. KJ drops a Mega Knight. Now I don't know how Big Daddy's gonna defend this. He has 3 elixir. KJ has a huge push coming. Big Daddy has a fireball, and fireball is banned. Oh boy, Big Daddy's using a banned card. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we can just wrap up this game now, because yeah, Big Daddy used a banned card, so it's over. Yeah. So it's a good game. It's KJ and Big Daddy. It's unfortunate, but you can't run banned cards. It just can't happen. So Legendary Hogs go up 1-0, and No Strep is up next. King of the Hill, Game 2, KJ versus No Strep. Okay, so going into game number 2 of King of the Hill, we have No Strep at the top and KJ at the bottom. Both players throwing out good lucks. Let's go ahead and see what they run here. Once again, the bans are Balloon and Fireball. Looks like KJ starts with the Spear Goblins and No Strep has minions. KJ drops a Baby Dragon in the back, as well as No Strep. So, looks like KJ could be using the same deck again. Maybe. I think his deck had Royal Ghost, Spirit Goblins, and Baby Dragon, Mega Knight, Executioner, Mortar, something like that. Yeah, I think he's repeating the same deck. No Strep seems to be running a P.E.K.K.A deck with the E-Wiz, Baby Dragon, Dark Prince. Yep, KJ's running that same deck again. So if No Strep, yeah, No Strep has P.E.K.K.A, so I think No Strep has a good matchup in this one. Let's go and see how he supports, if he's going to support this P.E.K.K.A. Jumps a Snowball, pushes the Executioner forward, well played. Supports with a Baby Dragon. KJ has 6 elixir. He has the Valk. P.E.K.K.A's going to get 1 hit off, maybe 2. Yeah, she finishes off the P.E.K.K.A. Now KJ has a Royal Ghost coming down the lane. No Strep has a Bandit to counter. And he also gets a few hits with the Baby Dragon. KJ's going to have to deal with this Bandit. Drops an Executioner. It's really well played. No Strep has a huge elixir advantage. Guess that Executioner was too expensive of a counter for the Bandit. Dark Prince to kill it. And KJ might Mega Knight. Yeah, he will. No Strep's gonna P.E.K.K.A obviously. And see what they do from here. Mega Knight jumps, doesn't hit the tower. P.E.K.K.A's gonna finish him off easily. E-Wiz in the back. This No Strep's chance to make a huge counter push since KJ's Mega Knight is out of rotation. KJ's gonna drop a Mortar on defense. No Strep's gonna poison. No Strep doesn't actually have a win condition in his deck. He's just gonna go for the spam. Yeah, usually the P.E.K.K.A deck has Battle Ram or Ram Rider, but No Strep is going with just capitalizing on his opponent's mistakes. Just building up a huge elixir, trying to get a huge elixir lead and building up a huge push and eventually overwhelm his opponent. I've seen this deck run around before, but I never was a fan of it since I like P.E.K.K.A decks that have Battle Ram, Ram Rider, or even a Miner, just something to guarantee, something to like get to the tower. But No Strep is giving this P.E.K.K.A deck a try. Maybe it's worked for him in the past. It hasn't really worked for me. But Dark Prince coming down. I mean, Mega Knight coming down. Dark Prince attacking the Mega Knight. It's gonna be a. It's good. It's looking like No Strep's game, even if like. Well, I guess KJ could switch lanes. We'll see. Yeah, at this point, I would switch lanes if I was KJ, because you're just giving No Strep a huge counter push potential. Like, No Strep doesn't have a win condition, so he can just defend whatever you're throwing at him, and he'll get a counter push. So that's why you want to go opposite lane. I mean, I understand that No Strep does have the matchup advantage, but KJ definitely does have a chance to make some outplays here. Yeah, right here, you can see that Mega Knight at the bridge wasn't really good, because No Strep has a P.E.K.K.A, Dark Prince, E-Wiz coming down. Yeah. It's pretty much over at this point. So No Strep takes game number 2 of King of the Hill. Let's go into game number 3. King of the Hill, game 3. Red Glare versus No Strep. Going into game number 3 of King of the Hill, we have Red Glare at the top and No Strep at the bottom. Let's go and see what both players run here. I expect nothing too off meta, since it is just King of the Hill. Okay, so No Strep has minions in the back. Probably the same P.E.K.K.A deck, honestly. Red Glare drops Ice Wiz in the back. No Strep has a Bandit, so it looks like P.E.K.K.A once again. Probably the same variation. Red Glare could have Ice Bow, Ice Wiz Skeletons, Ice Golem. No Strep starts a... Oh, Red Glare has a RG. No Strep does have a P.E.K.K.A, so... does have an edge, I think. Red Glare drops a Mega Minion. No Strep drops a Baby Dragon. Probably gonna kite with an Ice Golem or a pull with an E-Wiz. Looks like Red Glare has a slight elixir advantage. Not anymore, since he has to counter that Baby Dragon with an Ice Golem. So interesting, Ice Golem and Royal Giant. It looks like an Ice Bow deck, but just slap an RG instead of an Ice. I mean, instead of an X-Bow. That's what I meant to say. It's like an Ice Bow deck, but he just slapped an RG instead of an X-Bow. So I think Red Glare might have Lightning since Fireball's banned. Oh, he has Volk. All right, interesting. Definitely not meta, but not too off meta. Like, I assume Red Glare has Lightning and Tornado as his last 2 cards. Or Barb Barrel. Nice P.E.K.K.A E-Wiz to defend. I think No Strep might go for a counter push here. The Dark Prince or Bandit. Or a Baby Dragon. Red Glare is going to kite with an Ice Golem. And Volk to kill the E-Wiz. So well played. Minions to kill the Volk. Bandit kill the Ice Wizard. RG to tank. RG might still get 1 or 2 hits. 1 hit since that P.E.K.K.A was dropped. Something to kill that. So No Strep needs something to kill that Mega Minion. Looks like an E-Wiz. Volk is really strong after her buff. In case you guys didn't know, she got like a range. I don't know if it's a range buff or like a hit speed buff, but I know she got buffed. Like, she's much stronger now. Looks like an RG again. No Strep doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough elixir for a P.E.K.K.A, so I went Bandit minions. Red Glare does have the lead, damage lead. I don't know. No Strep just has to drop a P.E.K.K.A and one of Red's RG and then have a huge counter push coming down. Like right here. Just drop a P.E.K.K.A and then he'll have a huge counter push coming down. Nice snowball. Doesn't stop the RG from getting a hit though. Red Glare does have lightning, so it's not looking good for a No Strep, but it's definitely not over it yet. If you can just bridge spam here, but Red Glare having the Ice Golem is actually helping him out a lot. Because like, he can just kite. All of No Strep's troops can be kited. And that Ice Golem is giving so much value. Looks like a P.E.K.K.A, I mean, an RG is going to come down. P.E.K.K.A is going to come down. Kind of far back, honestly. I think much higher would have been better. But he does snowball, so the RG doesn't get a hit off, which is good. I think Red Glare can, yeah, he's going to Ice Golem kite. kite with an ice golem. Dark Prince to kill the ice golem. I would poison that, but no strap isn't. Like, you can poison a Mega Minion and Ice Wiz. P.E.K.K.A once again to kill the Royal Giant. Might snowball here. Nope, he goes in E-Wiz, which is also fine. It's gonna be lightning. That was an okay lightning. And I guess that was a good lightning. P.E.K.K.A is gonna go to the tower. The Ice Golem kite. He didn't kite the P.E.K.K.A. Poisons. Yep, this is no strap chance to bridge spam. Regular messed up with the Ice Golem. No strap just has to bridge spam here. Wow, the Valk is so strong. Regular does manage to stop the push. Drops some Ice Golems. So Ice Golem's out of rotation, so if no strap can drop another P.E.K.K.A at the bridge right here. Oh, he regular lightnings. If no strap drops a P.E.K.K.A right here, he's gonna be in a good spot because Ice Golem's out of rotation. Goes with the Bandit, Baby Dragon, Poison push instead. Valk to finish everything up. I think regular has Ice Golem back in cycle, so yeah, no strap misses chance. It's all good though. Regular is gonna get 2 shots with the RG. Oh no, just 1. Yeah, regular just needs a log and lightning, so yeah, it's over. Ice Golem misses the P.E.K.K.A pull. Skeletons to counter the. Oh, wait, it's not over yet. Baby Dragon's on the tower. Valk is gonna die. Bandit dropped. Does he have anything left? Lightning. Oh, lightning with 5 HP. The log. Oh, no strap takes game number 3. That was a close one, so good game to both players. King of the Hill, Game 4. Mr. Hog Rider versus No Strap. Alright, Game 4 of King of the Hill. We have No Strap versus Mr. Hog Rider. Mr. Hog Rider starts off immediately with the Miner. No Strap has an Ice Spirit and Bandit. So it looks like No Strap is using a different deck. He didn't have Ice Spirit in his P.E.K.K.A deck. Mr. Hog Rider is probably running Miner 3.0 again. Yeah. Mr. Hog really likes to play with cycle decks. So No Strap, I assume, prepared to go against a cycle deck. He has a Witch. So it could be Giant or Witch or... Wait, I think it's Golem. Yeah, he was practicing a Golem Witch deck with me. So yeah, it's probably that. So I don't know how I feel about this matchup. But I think he has poison. No, he has lightning. I don't know if he has lightning or poison. I kind of forgot. Bandit to counter the Miner. They're both pretty even on Elixir. I would just wait and just respond. Okay, he has a Tombstone, like that's fine. Mr. Hog drops an E-Wiz to counter the Bandit. Don't really like that Bar Barrel. He could have dropped the Bar Barrel further and it would have gotten to the tower, but Mr. Hog did have skeletons anyway. He dropped an Ice Spirit in the back. No Strip just drops bats, cycle bats in the back. Don't really like that poison, honestly. Now No Strap can just drop a Witch. Hog logs. Drops a Valk to defend. They're just playing it slow here. Bridge battle going on. That was a good lightning. Bandit connects. Hog still has a slight edge. I mean, slight elixir, not elixir, tower damage. Tower damage advantage. That's what I was looking for. Let's see. Bats to counter the Miner. Poison again. I think now is the time to golem up. Nope, drops a Witch in the back. Let's see. No Strap knows he has an Inferno tower, so it's gonna be. He's gonna have the lightning ready. So Inferno, just lightning the Valk, Inferno, and tower. Lightning. There we go. E-Wiz is gonna stop the Golem, but Mr. Hog does poison defensively. Golem is not gonna get death damage. Defensive Tombstone. And see what they do here. Miner drop defensively. I mean, not defensively, on the tower. Golem drop defensively. I don't know if No Strap had anything else. Inferno tower once again. Here's lightning value right here. Lightning the tower. Oh. No, I mean, Mr. Hog tried to block with the Valk, but it was just a split second too late. See, it's definitely anyone's game. It's definitely not over yet. Again, going with the miners. No structure golem up here, since Hog's golem is out of cycle. I mean, Hog's miner is out of cycle, but he decides to go witch in the back. I would just go golem in the back, honestly, and build up a huge push instead of going the river. Bats could have got the Inferno Tower. That would have been a good catch. So Inferno Tower kills the golem. I'll just reset here. Catch the miner. I think, yeah, miner's gonna get 2 swings off. A log and a poison will finish it off. So Mr. Hog takes game 4 of King of the Hill. Now I'm gonna go up in the last spot. I mean, I'm in the last spot, so I'll be playing Mr. Hog, and then the winner of that will take the set. So GG, and yeah. Hey guys, so I lost the footage of my last game versus Mr. Hog Rider. Basically, I was using an RG deck, and he was using a P.E.K.K.A deck, and it was a really close match. He of course had the matchup. I had to seriously, I had to try to outplay him, but I just didn't work out. Basically, I had 400 damage on his tower, and he just pointed me out at the end. It was a really close game, and it was a fun match, but I do have a small clip of it on the Instagram, which I will show right after this. But yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I just lost the replay. Yeah, really well played to Mr. Hog Rider for closing it out for his team. He made a good deck choice by going with the P.E.K.K.A because he probably expected RG. So yeah, well played. So here are the 4 results for the Legendary Hog Riders versus the Demonized Dragons. So the Legendary Hog Riders took the 2v2 set 2-1, and then I took the 2v2 set 2-0. And then in King of the Hill, it was a nail-biting 3-2 finish. And yeah, it was a really close game. Well played to Legendary Hog Riders, and good luck in the rest of your matches. Here are the matchups for week 2. We start off with the Golden Goblins versus the Galactic Golems. Then we have the Legendary Hog Riders versus the Funny Bones. And finally, we have the Demonized Dragons versus the Elixir Holics. Stay tuned on this channel to see all the action.